Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello, we're back.
We're back. Yeah, it was interesting. We just did the first take on this one, and somehow well, it got basically shut down as far as the view. Like, you could hear us talking. A lot of times you can't hear us talking, but, they'll do whatever to make it so that we're shut up.
Yep.
But this time you could hear us talking, but you couldn't see anything on the screen. So was it an OBS glitch or was it something else?
We'll never know.
Meanwhile, China sends 13 satellites into orbit with a single rocket, including the world's first 6G experiment satellite.
Only 13?
Yeah. There's a lot of things up in the sky for sure, but this is the first 6G. And there was some articles out there in various places talking about China leapfrogging the U.S. with 6G technology.
That's amazing.
Well, it's definitely a Cold War as far as this technological war is going on, this race to see who's going to get 6G out there first.
I know, it's ridiculous. They'll do whatever they have to.
They will. And so 6G is proposed to integrate 5G with satellite networks. For global coverage, the 6G technology is considered to be a cheap and fast internet technology. Well, it seems like, cheap and fast is two words that, the governments of the world like.
They do.
Yeah, they sure do. And then also, the big question is, what's it going to do to everybody that comes in contact with this?
They're not putting that out in front.
No, they sure aren't. Cheap and fast.
Yep.
Provides high data rates and fast internet speeds to access on air through wireless and mobile devices with data ranges up to 11 gigabytes per second when traveling far distances. The goal of 6G technology is to provide multimedia, internet connectivity, and weather information services to mobile users. Nano antennas, which are located and will be implemented at various different geographical locations like roadsides, villages, malls, airports, hospitals, to broadcast high-speed electromagnetic signals.
And technologies could be used for something good.
Well, a lot of people will think this is great. Just as long as I could download, the next video faster, then they're all for it. Never thinking about, what about the long-term health effects, for instance? Because, how many studies are done on it? And then why, when there are studies done on it, it doesn't seem like anybody pays attention to them.
Right. And
then we have a planned satellite constellation. And now NASA's saying that's actually a threat.
Oh, my.
Yeah, whenever a straight answer gives you a voices of concern over putting technology in space, it's interesting.
It makes you wonder what's their agenda.
Yes. Well, it's curious. So just how about the whole concept of a constellation of satellites out there? Is that something we really want?
I don't think so.
Well, this is a company, and so this company is Texas-based, AST & Science. They are wanting to operate a network of up to about 243 satellites, about 450 miles above the Earth's surface. Now, that happens to be like in the middle of where there's a lot of satellites that NASA and the USGS have, as well as a few other companies as well. And this could pose a problem because it could actually cause a problem with collisions. These satellites that AST wants to put up there are going to be very large, and they're going to have super large antennas, and they're going to cover an area that's about 9,700 square feet. We see so many things going by up there in the sky. How do you know what's what? There's just so many satellites up there. So they are concerned about it being an actual problem with collisions going on.
That's very curious.
Speaking of satellites, just for reference, the United States has 1,327 satellites in orbit as of March 31st of this year. Now, the rest of the world combined has 807. 363 China, 169 Russia. So just something to throw out there for you guys. Now, Dr. Royal Rife, as well as others, we've talked about Tesla saying the keys to the universe is all about energy, frequency, and vibration. Well, Dr. Royal Rife, who was known for many inventions, one of which was a machine that would basically cure or could kill with frequency. Now, his machine, of course, was not geared towards killing anybody, but it was geared towards killing cancer cells. And he found that certain frequencies could actually, destroy the cancer cells.
I know this is the kind of technology that I like, the kind that can help.
Exactly, and there was a lot of positivity about his machine there. And as we see here, amidst the positive results and continued support of many physicians and scientists, Dr. Rife continued to attract negative press and ruthless people, mainly from the pharmaceutical sectors, the AMA and Harvard. Members of the pharmaceutical industrial complex knew if Rife's ray tube technology continued to develop and spread, it would eventually result in the loss of millions of dollars of revenue, as well as the elimination of entire fields of medical science and research devoted to chemical-based medicine. So, several doctors who defended Dr. Rife lost their research foundation grants and even their hospital privileges. And this is what happens.
And that's
very
no
sad.
surprise, yeah.
It is, because the bottom line is, frequencies can affect us in many different ways, positive or negative. There's been a lot of studies done that just tell us the truth about the effect of ultra-high frequency mobile phone radiation on human health. This one study here, the results of this study, an International Commission of Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection reports show that people who spend more than 50 minutes a day using cell phones could have early dementia or other thermal damage due to the burning of glucose in the brain.
And that's some scary stuff, but people need to know the truth.
Yeah, most definitely. Radio frequency waves in a range of up to 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz that can be used for mobile operations can be very harmful for human health. Now, if you have satellites up there, potentially hundreds eventually, thousands eventually, maybe tens of thousands, look at what Elon Musk wants to throw up there, beaming back these frequencies to everybody on the planet, what do you think that could do?
That's just not going to be good.
No, but yet it's always full steam ahead. Irrespective of whatever happens. Look at all the massive die-offs we have seen in various places. We were talking about Russia the other day. There's been like 3 massive die-offs there. There's massive die-offs all over the place. We have birds running into buildings en masse and then just dropping to the ground. What do we think caused that? Was it, changing weather patterns, or was it maybe something else?
Yeah, and the frequency of these things happening is more and more and more.
Yeah, it's increasing all the time, guys. So the only way we could do anything about it is when we start speaking up about it. That's the bottom line. But then again, when we speak up against certain powerful lobbies, of course, the censorship comes in, as we've seen with Twitter, with Facebook, with those little Wikipedia blurbs that go on videos.
Yep.
It's a big battle going on here. So I want to thank all the Patreons out there for keeping us going. Also, those of you who support on Ko-Fi. Anybody needs to reach out to us at earts@protonmail.com or evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. As always, guys, stay prepared. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.